Hey adventurers, want to know what's new in the birding world? Well, the American Ornithological Society just released their 65th supplement to the checklist. Now, this is like the official checklist that determines what the official species are in Middle and North America. But what we're going to do is we're going to focus just on the ABA, which is the area that's considered north of Mexico plus the Hawaiian Islands. The ABA stands for the American Birding Association, and it's what a lot of people in the US and Canada sort of go by to know what birds they're seeing and what the official species are. Now, what's really exciting is we had a split. So brown booby, it's a wonderful bird. Well, this one got split into two separate species. So if you are one who birds in both Florida and California, you may have added one additional species to your list. Now, the boobies that are found on the sort of western coast near Baja California, going down to like Costa Rica, and I think all the way into like northern South America, those are now going to be called the Cocos booby. These birds may extend all the way up into Hawaii, but I believe that it's still the main species in Hawaii, that if you do see a brown colored booby, it's still going to be brown booby because they're fairly widespread. I know you were excited that you may have gotten one new species, but unfortunately, if you're in the northern part of the US or Canada, you may have lost one. There used to be 3 different species of redpolls, and now they have lumped them all into one, keeping the scientific name of what was the common redpoll, but changing that English common name just to redpoll. Now, they also sort of did some cool splits from like a New World versus Old World variety. So barn owl used to be just one species that could be found in many parts of the world, but they broke off the part that was in what we call the New World, and now that will be the American barn owl. And in a similar fashion, they did the same thing for cattle egrets. So now we have the Western cattle egret and the Eastern cattle egret, which you could find in Europe, Africa, Asia, and so on. They also made a split for the Corey shearwater. You'll notice that the new species is the Scopoli shearwater, and that is found in the Mediterranean, but it kept the species name Diomede, whereas the new species, the Corey shearwater, kept the same English name, but got the new species name and the scientific name. So for Borealis. Another shearwater split that happened is Audubon shearwater is no more. It split into a number of different species, but the one that is found in the US along the East Coast is going to stay the same as far as the scientific names goes, but it's now going to be called the Sargasso shearwater, named after the Sargasso Sea, which is that sort of region where I have highlighted. House wren was also a really interesting one. The house wren got split into a number of different species, I think 7 species total. And most of those are going to happen in Middle and South America, but you may see some changes to the English name in the north. It'll be called the northern house wren from going forward, keeping the same scientific name. And lastly, there was just some little bit of house cleaning stuff. The black-crowned night heron and the yellow-crowned night heron, they lost the dash between night and heron, so that's just a space now. And we had a bunch of species get moved into new genuses. I didn't mention it before, but the cattle egret got moved into a new genus. And you can see here, some of our plovers got into a new genus, the brown jay got into a new genus, and so did the least bittern. Well, that is all the updates that you need to know for the 65th update to the AOU checklist. So I hope you get out there and find some new birds, and hopefully you can get a nice big list.